Hi friends, Joanna Scott here with Studio EightyEight, Dentistry's story-driven growth agency. We don't just tell stories to help practices grow. We also tell them because stories can connect, heal, and sometimes even save lives. Today we're sharing a story that's raw, personal, and deeply important. As part of Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, I'm sitting down with Amanda, one of our incredible team members, who's recently experienced the loss of a family member to suicide. This is not an easy conversation, but Amanda has chosen to share her story in the hope that it opens up space for honesty, for awareness, and maybe even for saving somebody else's life. Amanda, thank you so much for being here with me today.
No, thank you for taking the time to talk with me about such an important topic.
Yeah, I think it takes an exceptional amount of courage to show up today and talk about your family member. So tell us just a little bit about who this was. And I know we're not going to get into naming them and specifics just to protect your family's privacy, but what did he mean to you?
He was just an incredible person. He was really special in our family dynamic. He was kind and really thoughtful and just a genuine person. I think one of my favorite things about him was his way to easily connect with people. It didn't matter if he was meeting you for the first time or he had known you for years. He always finds some kind of common ground and a way to connect with people. And I just think that was really special. Losing him to suicide was really unexpected and really life-changing. And it's just definitely left a big void in our family.
Yeah. What have the last few months looked like for you and your family, just you guys navigating this loss?
Yeah, it's been incredibly difficult, to say the least. Losing someone to suicide is really it's indescribable. It's kind of a hurt that I've never knew I could experience. But we're grieving and healing every day. We take time to lean on each other. And through this time, I think it's really helped us to have necessary but difficult conversations, especially around our own mental health. And we've just found new ways to navigate and move forward together.
Yeah. What gave you the courage to step up today and talk about something that is just hard? You know, loss is hard like this. It's very real. Where did you find that courage?
Honestly, the courage came from everywhere else but me. It came from my family, my loved ones, standing behind me, telling me that I can do this, that I can speak up. I've gotten a lot of courage from my lost loved one because I know he would be here today telling me, "You got this, Amanda." I know he would. And then on top of that, I know that this story is so much bigger than me. My family was impacted by suicide, but there are hundreds of thousands of families that are impacted every year by the same thing. And I think I found the courage to speak up because I'm hoping that maybe somebody will resonate and they'll feel a little bit less alone today.
Amanda, even though you don't work directly with clients, you're on our development team. So you basically take the design of all of our custom websites and bring it to life. How has this experience with your family member really shaped how you interact with, let's say, colleagues and coworkers, and just some of your other personal relationships?
Yeah, I would say it's impacted me in every aspect of my life. It's taught me a lot of compassion, a lot of patience, and a lot of understanding that everybody is going through something. It doesn't matter if you can see it or not. Everyone struggles and everyone struggles differently. So I think I'm just really under the understanding that a little bit of kindness and a little bit of just caring about people can really go a long way and make a difference.
Completely.
Yeah.
I love what you said because I believe that's so true. And I think we often discount the fact that all of us are going through something. It might be small, it might be big. In your experience, how did you discover that everybody's going through something?
I would say because I am somebody that asks questions. I think I'm asking my sisters all the time, checking in with them, checking in with my mom. I think just learning and being open to hearing people and being a good listener, you really learn a lot about people. And like I said before, everybody is struggling. Just you never know what somebody might be struggling with.
Why do you think it's so normal for all of us to feel like we have to be okay all the time and to tell, others in our lives that we are okay and that that's just kind of it's like you walk by a stranger, how are you? Good. Are you good? Are they good? You know what I mean? Why is that our default?
I think because mental health and suicide in general has a really big stigma around it. Society as a whole, we may look at talking about how you feel and mental health and suicide as a sign of weakness, when really it's not. It takes an incredible amount of courage and an incredible amount of strength to open up and talk about how you're really feeling, especially if you are having some of these deeper and darker thoughts. It's just something that it takes a lot of strength to open up about.
It does. I do love that some of the stigmas around mental health and around going to therapy and having a therapist is changing.
Yes.
And that's really positive for dentistry on the whole, for, us globally. I mean, in my opinion, everyone needs a therapist, right?
Agreed.
Me,
Agreed.
you, I have one. Thank you. You know who you are. It's basically, it's the smart thing to do.
Right.
Right?
Right. Absolutely. And it's self-care. It's self-care. Finding somebody, a professional that you can talk to and that you can trust and that you can open up with about your feelings, like it's just another way to take care of yourself and to make sure that you're okay and that you can stay around for those that you love.
Well, and therapy is hard work. It's
Yeah.
harder than throwing in a bath bomb, right?
Yeah.
And calling that self-care.
It's
It's
a lot
really,
deeper.
truly, I mean, that truly is caring for your heart, your mind, your soul, like what you're going through, especially if you're being really honest in those conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think most of us stuff it down. And if you are in therapy, I'm just a huge advocate for it. And you can have those conversations in a very safe, trusted, with a professional, who's highly recommended and is really good at what they do. It's good. You get to get it out, right?
Yep. Yep. And that's one of the biggest things about mental health is the more that we talk about these things and the more that you seek help and that you talk about your feelings openly, you're helping to reduce the stigma. And when the stigma is reduced, more people feel comfortable and confident that they can open up and talk about how they really feel.
Yeah. I would say most humans on the whole, we're all a bunch of control freaks. I think that actually, it's that need for control, like my world, my professional world, my personal, my practice, my business, my relationships, my marriage, my kids, everything. I've got it all right here. Everything's fine, tied up with a little bow. I don't need help.
Right.
I'm a superwoman or you're Superman, whatever. I think our society promotes that.
Yeah. And I think you might be right and really be onto something because a lot of people feel like they have to struggle alone. They have to carry all their problems to themselves. But I just want to remind people, like, you're not a burden, and talking about how you feel is not a sign of weakness. You're really strong and you're really brave for opening up about these things.
What would you say to everyone listening, our audience here, if you have a concern about someone in your world? How do you approach that?
I would say you just approach this with an open heart, open ears, and you ask the difficult questions, even if it might be uncomfortable, even if it might be difficult. But you having a moment of bravery and asking somebody how they're doing, it can really open up the door for them to tell you. And I just think that's really an important first step, is to just approach somebody with kindness, love, and without judgment.
Yeah. You reminded me recently when we were, having this conversation and you shared about your family member, just the importance of asking. And like you mentioned, having the bravery to call them, text them, reach out, just, hey, how are you? I'm thinking about you today. Hey, I know something really hard just happened in your life. How are you feeling emotionally? Have you talked about it? Will you talk about it? I'm here, I'm a safe place for you. No judgment. It's probably really important to lead with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You just being open and being somebody that people can talk to, it goes a long way. And it can make a really big difference to somebody who might be struggling. And again, the biggest thing you can do is just be a support, listen, and hear them without judgment of how they're feeling.
Yeah. Recently, I had somebody in my life that went through something hard. I went and asked them. I had a feeling, and I asked them immediately, hey, I want to check in on you. I know this very hard thing happened in your world. Have you ever thought about harming yourself?
Yeah.
And I remember their face, just, the shades of white or red or whatever. And they're like, no. And I'm like, no, I have a couple concerns. I feel like maybe you've gone to a dark place a few times. I've noticed major depression. I've noticed, some of the signs. And I just want to ask you because I want you to know how important you are to me. Like, it's up to us, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Because what if nobody else is going to ask?
Yes, 100%. 100%. And that's why a big part of I'm doing this today It's to remind people to check in with your loved ones. Check on the people you care about. Check on the people around you. If you notice somebody acting a little different, just check in on them. See how they're doing. Just be a safe space for somebody to talk with you sometimes, because a little bit of kindness can really go a long way, and it can really change someone's life.
Yeah. Well, I just appreciate you being here today.
Yeah.
You're a really extraordinary
Thank you.
woman and team member at Studio EightyEight, and we're so thankful for you. We are also so sorry for your family's loss.
Thank you.
And I hope that this can honor their memory and open up the conversation for our audience listening and any family members or people in our sphere, that we notice might be struggling. And I think it's a challenge for all of us to show up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A little bit of humanity, a little bit of compassion, and a little bit of caring about each other can really go a long way. And I think it's just important we remember that. We remember to take care of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I love that. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Okay. So while this is a personal story, it also connects deeply to the work that we do here at Studio EightyEight. We serve a profession that gives so much, but often at a personal cost that rarely gets talked about. The truth is, many dental professionals are carrying more than just the weight of their work, and we believe it's time to start naming that. A recent study found that 42% of dentists report symptoms of depression and 44% report anxiety, many moderate to severe. Dentistry remains one of the highest risk professions for suicide. We know this conversation might feel heavy. If it stirred something in you, we just want you to know you're not alone. If you or someone you know is struggling, you can call or text 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's available 24/7, confidential, free, and it's there for you. At Studio EightyEight, we believe in the power of your story. But even more than that, we believe that stories help us feel less alone. If you are carrying something today, we see you. And if you are wondering whether someone you love is really okay, ask them, show up for them. And to all of the dental professionals watching, thank you. Thank you for the life-changing work, the life-saving work that you do every day for your patients, your teams, communities. We see the weight you carry and are so incredibly thankful for every one of our clients and friends in dentistry. From all of us at Studio EightyEight, remember, your story is worth it. It's worth discovering, it's worth sharing with the world, and it's worth living.